Rolling. Good evening. Please state your name for the record.
Hi, my name is Sitawa Namwalie.
Nice to meet you, Sitawa. So on to the first question. And the first question is, this is the first time this project is taking place in Africa. What enticed you to be a part of this cross-cultural collaboration between three nations using the performing arts?
Well, this cross-collaboration really attracted me. First of all, I love to work with other people, and other people from different parts of the world, from different countries. I think we learn so much. I learn so much from them, they learn from me. And I'm always amazed at how much we have in common. So the stories that I'm going to be telling, the performance that that I've created is very much a Kenyan story, and yet my director, who is a Syrian living in America or Syrian American, really understands it. And we were just working together in sync, in perfect sync, in perfect harmony. So I'm just always amazed at the differences, but then also at the similarities.
That's nice. And then secondly, all right. And then the second question is, with the theater for one, two mediums are merging together, which is screen and theater. Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts about that?
The thing about the two mediums, the screen and theater, is that COVID has actually pushed us, and it's pushed me. Last year when COVID came, I had a whole plan about plays that I was going to be performing over the year, and then of course I couldn't. And so I actually took to the virtual sphere and did things that I had talked about, for a long time. But now I was forced to do it. So I'm actually delighted. This is a continuation of my exploration of these two media. Yeah.
You have such a positive outlook towards that. And then you talked about this earlier on, but the question is, what is your act about, and why should we not miss it?
Oh, what is my act about? It's a very specific story that is happening, that happened right now in Kenya. It's about a woman police officer who kills two men. One of them is a police officer. And the response of the men in the country just fascinated me. And you need to come and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you anything else.
Awesome. And then, according to you, what is the Kenyan theater scene like, and what changes would you want to see in it?
The Kenyan theater scene is surprisingly vibrant at this time during the coronavirus. You would think that it had died, but it hasn't. I've just seen a musical, huge musical that was a collaboration between Kenya, Uganda, and the US with the lead actor from Zimbabwe. Who does that during a pandemic, right? So and then there's a whole lot of creativity that is developing around the virtual media. So what we're doing actually in this project is already being done by others in various ways. People are really trying, people are really innovating, people are really stepping out of their comfort zones. What I would like to see happen is that it really becomes entrenched, that we have more theater companies coming up. that what I call the infrastructure of the theatre world also develops. So we have playwrights, we have actors. We don't have enough directors, so I want to see a growth in the directors. People coming up with all sorts of different ways of directing. I want to see the support structure. I want to see more producers. I want to see more marketing, because that's an area that is challenging. And I also want to see more spaces. More spaces for performance. And I want to see a growing depth out of Nairobi and into other parts of the country. That's what I want to see. Yeah.
We had a surprise.
Somebody walked past.
Yeah, so maybe you can take it from what you want to see in terms of, you talked about the actors and structure.
Okay. So what I want to see is really the growth of the structures around infrastructure around theatre. So we've got the playwrights, we've got the actors, lots of them. What we do need is more directors and using a diverse range of approaches. I want to see producers. I want to see stage managers. I want to see light design, sound designers, right? So I want to see agents. I want to see marketers, so that I'm not having to do a whole lot of things myself. That there are people who really understand and love theatre and are able to take that on. Yeah.
And then finally.
Mm-hmm.
What other, you've also talked about this a little, but what other work are you involved in? The contemporary, what other work are you involved in the contemporary Nairobi creative scene?
Mm-hmm.
And what work do you do as an artist?
Okay, so the work that I'm involved in, the other projects that I'm involved in the current situation, I'm involved in writing a musical. I've been doing this under the Nairobi Musical Initiative that was started by Eric Wainaina, one of Kenya's leading musicians. And we're in partnership with the New York University and the Sundance Theatre Lab. And so we've been doing this for 5 years, and it's been really exciting. And my musical, one of the things I will be doing is producing it. I'm producing a musical for, an audio musical for radio, as well as staging it. So I'm really excited about that, and that will be happening next year. I am also involved in working on a play. It's called Taking My Father Home. When my father passed away, I started in 2017. I started to write about the whole journey, and I have a play that I really love that I'm going to be staging soon, I hope. But I think I may do it also virtually or on audio, as well as staging it live. I'm also working on a mockumentary. I've never worked on a mockumentary before, but I am working on a mockumentary with a Kenyan organization, and I'm really excited about how that's going. I am also interested. I do a lot of writing of poetry as well. So I'm also a poet. I write short stories, and so I'm engaged with in the creative field, and also mentoring other people, young people, which is something that really excites me, because then I create the future by mentoring them. Yeah.
You're done.
Okay.
Anything else? Salam.
Salamu. Uko Kakamega, you know? Okay.